What's up, y'all? Back with another video. Me and my girl were just talking about this phenomenon or this well known thing that happens when you're a quote unquote attractive person. And we've talked about this a few times before because we continuously run into situations where we get treated a certain way. And the only common factor we can find is that people get a little bit nervous or they're a little bit less themselves when we show up or when we're around. And it's an odd thing to talk about for me and for us because I mean, whether you think that or not, or whether you have your comments about this topic or not, my girl and I are actually really humble people. We're not very focused on looks or aesthetics or presentation. For the most part, we try to do our thing and shine our light, but we're not effectively trying to dim anybody else's. We just believe in being who we are. And a lot of time it just seems like the world receives us in a certain fashion. So a lot of attractive people, pretty people, handsome people, whatever, they get treated a certain way. And oftentimes people believe that they get treated positively. So a lot of people think that pretty privilege is really the main way you get treated when you're an attractive person. But to be honest, a lot of times, I think more times than not, you get treated a little bit worse than the average person because everybody thinks you get pretty privilege or handsome privilege or whatever you want to call it, but really you get the opposite because everybody's trying to teach you a lesson or everybody's trying to humble you. And it's really annoying because a lot of times, like, we don't, attractive people don't just walk around. And I hate to continuously basically say we're attractive or I'm attractive. Like, just get past that part. Like, people who are attractive, let's say outside of myself, they understand what I'm saying. You don't just constantly walk around thinking about the fact that you're attractive. Like, it's not on the front of your mind every day. You're just carrying out your day, you're doing your thing, and then you just notice that somebody's really dismissive of you. And a lot of times it'll be in customer service where you'll see someone treat somebody with exceptional customer service, and then you'll be next in line and they just give you way less energy. And it's just like, bro, like, it's cool, but like, what did I do to you? You know what I mean? And it's like all I did was exist. We went to this comedy show a few months ago. We walk in, we're always dressed properly, whatever. Like, we do our thing. Like I say, we shine our light. And I tell my kids the same thing. We shine our light. And the intent is not to dim anybody else's, but you have the right to shine yours. So we shine our light. We dress up nice. We do our thing. We're, enjoying the vibes or whatever. So we walk in and there's a couple sitting at the table. We got like the front table or whatever at the comedy show. And there's a couple sitting there. So we walk in, my girlfriend sits down, I sit down, and I reach out to shake the dude's hand to try to, be respectful and to just to let him know, like, hey, bro, we're sharing a table, like, we're gonna be sharing a laugh together, whatever, like, it's cool. So I reach out, shake his hand, I ask him his name, he tells me. I shake the female's hand, just kind of initiating the comfort, whatever. And I ask her name. She tells me. My girl shakes their hand as well. I kind of, like, say a little opener, whatever, or like a little icebreaker type thing. Like, I might have said something like, "You guys ready for the show?" And I could just tell like the response was just so low energy, and it was almost like, this is what I thought. I was like, okay, and this is a black dude, black woman. They give us super low energy, basically no response. And to fast forward, they said nothing to us the entire night. And remember, we walk in, we shake their hand, and we tell them, we say how you doing, whatever, like that. You guys ready to laugh? You guys ready for the show? You guys excited? Whatever. Just general positive feedback type thing, and like no kind of response, no laughter, no nothing. We're at a comedy show, and these people didn't even laugh. They didn't say anything to us. No words. They didn't even speak to each other. And we're sitting at the front. We're basically the closest people to the stage, and we get zero energy from them. Like, you would think you go to a comedy show with another couple, it's four of us sitting at a table. Everybody's gonna be laughing, like probably looking at each other, glancing at each other here and there. Like, maybe it even becomes something to where there might be a friendship or some type of number exchange or something. But nah, it was none of that. They didn't talk to us the entire time. I guess they were trying to humble us. I guess in their mind, we experience pretty privilege too often. So they're gonna be the ones to show us like, hey, you're not special. So a lot of times people are trying to humble you. I mean, it's to the point where my girl ended up, she's funny. She literally ended up saying, "Wow, this is awkward." She said it loud enough to where they could probably hear it. And I was like, "Hey, babe, like, like, like chill, like, or whatever." But she was just trying to like stand up for herself in her own way. She was trying to stand up for me because she saw that I put a lot of effort into like trying to make sure people are comfortable. And I'm a tall dude and I'm like a bigger guy, whatever. So a lot of times I know what people are thinking. I know they're uncomfortable. I know I hold a mirror up to some people. So I'll try to make the situation lighter. I'll try to, introduce myself, like have more of a relaxed vibe to myself so that they know like this dude's cool. He's not really tripping. Like he's not on some extra take himself serious type shit. Because a lot of people they want to intimidate people when they meet him. I'm trying to exude comfort. I'm trying to show people that yo we're good. We gonna keep it light and everything's cool and let's just hang out, laugh, and do our thing or whatever. So she was trying to stick up for me by just kind of saying something about it and not keeping it quiet, which I appreciate. But me and my girl have gone through this a lot of times, and before her, I didn't really get to talk about it with the person I was with. Well, me and her are just like really close, and we're like, I know a lot of people are not fans of being like best friends with your girl or whatever, but it just is what it is. Like we're like best friends because she's like a smart person, she's cool, she's into the same stuff I'm into. So we just end up talking about stuff like that, and we always go through these scenarios where we're out and like the waitress is awkward or nervous or treat us like shit. It's like we don't get a gray area. We either get pretty privileged or we get an attempt at somebody trying to humble us. And we kind of, to be honest, like we kind of don't fold. So like when we catch that somebody's trying to humble us or somebody's trying to show us it ain't gonna be like that, we give them the same attitude back, and then they're shocked, and then we're the bad person, we're the assholes, we're the attractive couple that treats people like shit. But no, we saw what you were doing, we saw what you were about to do, so we gave you some of that energy back, and now you're uncomfortable, now you're a victim. So a lot of times when people think attractive people only get pretty privileged, just remember that's not always the case. A lot of times attractive people get humbled, or they get people trying to humble them, trying to put them in their place, trying to show them that hey, you're not special, or hey, just because you think you're attractive or you're tall or whatever, just because your girl snatched or whatever, you're not better than us, or you're not gonna shit on us or whatever. But they forget like I'm also a human too. So I say all that to say, try to treat people consistently. Try to treat people with the same respect, no matter the way they look, the way they talk, whatever accent, whatever. Just like be respectful to people, come with positive energy, stop making assumptions, and just overall be a good person because you might think you're humbling somebody, and then when they give you that energy back, it's going to stick with you. They're going to move on, and then you're going to be sitting on it like, damn, that person really put me in my place. Anyway, just a little reflective video. The reason this came about was this thing happened at the comedy show, and we're going to another comedy show tonight. So we just ended up talking about it, and I was like, oh, I should make a video about this. But anyway, hope you guys have a good one. Talk to y'all next time. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like my content, because I'm going to be here for a long time, regardless. Anyway, talk to y'all soon.